lob it to Ryan Perez in the paint off a couple of screens.
Esquivel to Garcia. Off the deflection. Los Fresnos comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two.
Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off.
And it's saved! What a game.
Smack to the left. That is gone.
Lob for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Count it. And a win. And a win. Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts. And why not?
Flag ceremonies. The United States flag is a symbol of our great country, and accordingly, all of us should honor that symbol by standing, placing our right hands over our hearts, and gentlemen should remove your hands. Remember, silence is a form of respect, and everyone should remain standing until the national anthem is played.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. I'm Mark Molina, and we are coming to you from Cabinets Field. Game number 2 of this best of 3 Region 4 Class 5A quarterfinal matchup. The Ray Texans taking on the Corpus Christi Carroll Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers last night winning 1-0 and a late walk-off RBI single by Ayla Mata. The difference in the game, both pitchers throwing really, really solid games. Rodella for the Ray Texans throwing 6 scoreless innings until giving up the last hit late there. And Vanessa Quiroga, complete game shutout of the Ray Texans. And it was a barn burner last night. And we're getting ready here for game number 2. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back with the first pitch. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back right after this.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down.
See you later, touchdown.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off in the top of the first inning is going to be Lindsay Leal. Here's the first pitch from Rodella. comes in for ball number 1. And last night, just both pitchers, as we mentioned, just having great days in the circle. Carroll leaving runners stranded, 6, I believe, total for the game. Had their opportunities, but were able just to squeak away with the win there in game 1. 1-0 as this pitch comes in for a strikeout on the outside. For a strike on the outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here for a leadoff batter for Carroll, Lindsay Leal. I want to thank everybody who's joined us here today. Appreciate you guys for watching wherever you guys are on Facebook, Twitter, on YouTube, on the Roku Network, wherever you guys are. Make sure to give this video a like as Leal is going to pop this one up over to Cran. The bouncer, there's the throw, and bobbled there at first. And they're going to credit Leal with the hit, and here comes Mata. We're going to watch the replay here. Cran does a really good job there getting that high bouncer, making the play, making the throw. Just wasn't in time. Here's Ayla Mata. The hero from last night is, here we are. She put across, drove in the only run of the game last night. Now we got a runner on here. And a good start for Carroll. And Mata gonna lay this one down, nicely done. And it's gonna move the runner over. And it's gonna be out number 1. So 1 down here and a runner on second now for Carroll as Vanessa Quiroga, the starting pitcher, comes to the plate. So Carroll left runners stranded on the first and the second, 1 there, and in the bottom of the bottom of the 4th inning, left bases loaded and had runners in scoring position on more than 1 occasion. Just weren't able to bring them around as the Ray Texans defense really digging in. As we mentioned last night on the broadcast, really put a feather in their cap when it comes to their defense. They showed why last night, playing a really, really solid game. And here's Quiroga is gonna send this one into left field. And that's going to be a fly out for the second out of the game. So 2 down here for Carroll. And here comes number 10, Rayan Avalos. With 2 down and a runner on second. Here in the top of the 1st inning. Here's the pitch. This one comes in inside. Ball number 1. Count 1-0, 1 ball, no strikes. And this pitch comes in. Called ball 2. And the throw made over to second base. Where Ayla Mata sits. Or rather, Lindsay Leal. Count 2-0. Here's the pitch on the way from Rodella, and Avalos is going to foul it off, up and over. And right smack on top of us. That one hit hard. Looks like a loud thud there. But the count 2-1 after the foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike for Avalos at the plate here. And the pitch on the way, and Avalos gonna swing, make contact, and foul it off right into the net behind her for strike number 2, and even up the count now at 2-all. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner over at second. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike number 3 to end the inning. And another runner left stranded. So no runs on 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 left on base for Carroll in the top of the first inning. We're through half an inning. Headed to the bottom of the first. Ray due up. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Hi, I'm Rodo Rodriguez and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off here, the bottom of the first inning is going to be Leia Cran. Facing Vanessa Quiroga, this first pitch called strike 1. And this is just the first of another doubleheader. Mathis Bishop on the slate once again. That game, a pretty good one. A late surge by Bishop, as the number 4 Lady Badgers upended the number 6 Lady Pirates in the game 1 of their best of 3 regional quarterfinal over in 3A. That one coming up right after this one, so make sure you're in here watching and you're in for the long run for softball tonight. Make sure to join our broadcast. And the 1-1 pitch on the way from Quiroga. This one high and outside for ball number 2. And the count moves 2-1 for Cran, the leadoff hitter here for Carroll in the for Ray, in the bottom of the first inning. And Cran makes contact, and she's going to foul it off over past the visiting dugout. And again, I want to let everybody know, if you're watching, pass it around, like, share, whatever you got to do, get the word out, and let everybody know that Real Sports Live is here broadcasting. And if somebody's looking for the link to the video, just make sure to share this post with them and let them know. So the count 2-2 after that foul ball, and 2-2 pitch on the way, and Cran going to ground that over to second, and the throw's made for the 4-3 put out. And out number 1. And one down here for Ray in the bottom of the first. And here comes Kylie Rodriguez. As Rodriguez comes to the plate with nobody on and 1 out. Bottom of the first, and nice breezy day once again, sun out. This pitch comes in, called strike number 1. And the middle of the week or the beginning of the week, everybody was talking about some of these games maybe being looked into because of some weather, but it looks like as the day went, the week went on, the forecast cleared up a little bit. And here's a nice 80-degree day with the winds blowing, and really good for some softball action here as Rodriguez is going to foul that one off, and the count moves to 0-2, no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch on the way, and Rodriguez hits this one over to third, and here's the throw, and the 5-3 put out for out number 2. And 2 down here for Ray, and coming to the plate is going to be number 18, Rihanna Rodella, pitcher. And Rodella, solid game, 6 scoreless innings last night against this really, really tough squad. Got out of a couple of minor jams here and there, but really stout night in the circle for her. Not to be proud of for the sophomore pitcher as this pitch comes in a little inside for ball number 1. And Rodella smacks this one deep and over the fence, but it's going to go foul. And get a look at that one. Rodella got every bit of that one, and you see it just travel over the fence there, or near the fence. And count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch on the way from Quiroga. And this one comes in high for ball 2. Count moves 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. For Rodella. And the pitch on the way here from Quiroga. And on that outside edge for strike 2 to even the count up at 2-2. Reduces well, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on here for Ray in the bottom of the first. And 2-2 pitch on the way from Quiroga. Here it is outside, a little bit outside, 2 outside for ball 3. And the count goes full. And the full count. 3-2 pitch on the way. Here it is, and Rodella gets a piece of it and fouls it off into the netting behind her. Count going to stay full. And 3-2 pitch on the way. So the count full. Here's the 3-2 pitch once again for Quiroga, and Rodella is going to send this one foul past the visiting dugout, and that one's going to stay full count here. She fouls it off once again in this at-bat. A lengthy one here for Rodella. So 3-2 pitch coming up once again. And Rodella going to foul it off. And Rodella's fouled off a couple, including one way out into left field that went foul, hit the wall there, went about 200 feet. So she's made contact and she's there and she's trying to put one in play. If you're looking right at the screen, the wind blowing from right to left. Here's the pitch from Quiroga, and Rodella reaches for that one, fouls it off, and the count stays at 3-2. And both the pitchers here battling a little bit. Rodella. In there in the box, trying to make something happen here with 3-2 count, 2 out, and nobody on here in the bottom of the first inning. And here's a pitch on the way from Quiroga, and Rodella sends it into left field, and that's going to be a base hit for her, and her patience pays off. And that's going to be a single for the Ray pitcher. So here she's finally able to get a piece of it and sends it into deep left there on the bouncer, and she's able to get a single out of it, so puts a runner on with 2 out here in the bottom of the first. And coming to the plate, here's Crystal Trevino. So Trevino to the plate. Here's the first pitch from Quiroga. This one outside. Called ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes here. Next pitch on the way from Quiroga. And this one low and gets away, and Rodella running over to second base on the pass ball. So the runner moves over to second. And this pitch comes in outside on that edge for strike number 1. So the count moves 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. This pitch comes in outside high for ball 3. So the count moves 3-1 now for Crystal Trevino. And this pitch in, it's going to be a walk. And that's going to be 2 on here for Ray. So runners at first and second now as Trevino draws the walk. And a courtesy runner coming in.
Next with plate number 8, left fielder Sarah Cortez.
So here comes number 8, Sarah Cortez. So that's not really over there at second. That's number 15, it looks like, Lorena Moreno. Here's Sarah Cortez. So 2 on, 2 out, and Cortez smacks this one over to third for the force out as she grounds out to end the inning. So 2 left on here, so no runs on 1 hit, there was no errors, and there was 2 left on base for the Ray Lady Texans in the bottom of the first. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. Headed to the second. We're through 1. We're Real Sports Live. Back after this.
down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top of the second inning. Leading off here for the Carroll Lady Tigers is going to be Caitlin Mendez, number 9. So here's the first pitch from Lodella. Comes in low and inside. That low inside corner for strike number 1. Count moves to 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And this pitch comes in inside. Count moves to 1-1. And this one by Mendez sent out to center field for the fly out and out number 1. 1 down. And coming to the plate now is going to be the Jasmine Trevino. With 1 away and nobody on. And this pitch comes in high and gets past the glove of the catcher for ball number 1. So the count 1-0, 1 ball, no strikes for Jasmine Trevino. 1 out, nobody on here. Top of the second inning. Here's the pitch, and Trevino pops this one up, and Rodella's going to get under it for the infield fly, and out number 2. Two down.
15, pitcher Allison Garcia.
And here comes the catcher, Allison Garcia, number 15. And this pitch inside, getting that edge for strike 1. So Rodella off to another strong start, faced 4 in the first inning, and then getting 2 quick outs here, and delivers a strike. And this young pitcher, this whole postseason run's got to be a confidence boost for her, and especially the way she performed in game number 1. Nothing to hang your head about. Came out, got it done, put your team in a position to win, and then at the end, holding a team like Carroll just to one run. There are no moral victories in sports, but you gotta just look at it as a whole and what this Lady Texan team has done this season. And against a team like Carroll that's done what they've done. They've been a solid contender in the region. A lot of people looking to them as potentially being able to win it as Garcia fouls this one off, and the count going to stay 0-2. So it's just been amazing to see what these two teams have done. 3 teams in this district still alive, as we mentioned. Victoria West getting their season. And this pitch comes in inside for strike number 3, and that's going to end the inning. Get a look at that one once again as Garcia goes down looking. So that's 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as we look at this pitch coming in just inside, just nicely put in there by Rodella to end the inning. So we are through 1.5, headed to the bottom of the inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live, back after this.
ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're gonna find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the second. Leading off here for the Ray Lady Texans is going to be Samaya Johnson. Number 7 coming to the plate. And we are through 1.5. 3 up, 3 down for Carroll in the bottom of the second. And Ray coming to bat now. So Johnson leading off, and here's the first pitch from Quiroga. Swing and a miss, that one outside. And Johnson swinging at it. Just a little out of reach of her bat there. Count goes 0-1. Pitch on the way from Quiroga. This one comes in once again for strike number 2. That same placement there. This time no swing from Johnson, and who's behind in the count now, 0-2. And Johnson going to foul this one off. Count going to stay 0-2. Pitch on the way. And this one going to be strike 3, and down goes Johnson looking. Here the first out of the inning.
13, second baseperson, Kayleen Rodriguez.
Here comes Kayleen Rodriguez, number 13. And this pitch in, swing and miss by Rodriguez for strike number 1. Next pitch on the way from Quiroga. This one high. Getting a piece of it is Rodriguez as she fouls it off behind her, and the count goes to 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch on the way here from Quiroga. And this one outside, check the swing, and they're going to call it strike 3. And that's 2 Ks to start the inning here for Vanessa Quiroga. And here comes Maddie Mendoza, number 17, to the plate now for the Ray Lady Texans. So 2 down and nobody on for Ray here, bottom of the 2nd inning. And Mendoza going to foul this one off, over, and into the stands here where the Texans, faithful, sitting opposite of where they were yesterday. Count moves to 0-1, no balls, 1 strike. Next pitch on the way here from Quiroga. This one comes in. Looked like down the middle, but they're going to call it a ball. Count moves to 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. For Madeline Mendoza. 1-1 pitch on the way here from Quiroga. This one outside for strike number 2. And here comes the 1-2 pitch from Quiroga. This one outside once again. This one called ball, even out now the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 2nd inning for the Ray Texans. Two-two pitch on the way here for Quiroga, and this one put in play over to the shortstop. Fields it, makes the throw over the first baseman's head. And that ball just kind of got away there, so it's going to be a first on an error. So we're going to move over to Destiny Aguilar, but let's watch the replay here and just show us to be able to field it. Nicely done, but the throw just kind of gets away from her and sails high. So puts a runner on for Destiny Aguilar. And that first pitch comes in for strike 1. And swing and a miss, strike number 2, and the count goes to 0-2 now with a runner on and 2 out. So the error gets one on here for Ray. And Aguilar at the plate trying to make something happen, but down the count 0-2, and this pitch comes in outside. A little high in the placement for ball number 1. One ball, 2 strikes for Destiny Aguilar. Here's Quiroga, 1-2 pitch on the way, delivered outside for strike number 3. And the runner left on here, and that's 3 strikeouts in the inning for Vanessa Quiroga. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error, and there was 1 left on base. For Ray in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We are through 2, headed to the top of the 3rd. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live. Back right after this.
In Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At a piece of cake by Ibarra's, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is a piece of cake by Ibarra's in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Hi, my name is Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. we heard about the rent subsidy grant. So we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off is going to be Bree Herrera for Corpus Christi Carroll. And that first pitch from Rodella comes in for ball number 1. So through 2 innings, a hit apiece and 1 error credited to the Carroll infield. And still scoreless after 2 complete. Count 1-0, and this pitch comes in inside, a little high for ball 2. So head of the count, 2-0. Lead-off hitter here in the top of the 3rd inning. Count 2-0, and this pitch comes in. Little high. Called ball 3. Three balls and no strikes. For the leadoff batter here in top of the 3rd, Bree Herrera. And it's 3-0. Here comes the next pitch from Rodella. This pitch low and inside, called strike 1. Three balls, 1 strike. This pitch comes in. Same placement, low and inside on that low inside corner. For strike number 2, and the count full here for Herrera. Three-two pitch on the way from Rodella. Low inside once again. Placement was there, but it's going to be ball 4. And a walk for the leadoff batter, Herrera. So runner now on first. So to the plate now is going to be Haley Duran. So here comes Duran, and on deck we're going to turn it over to the top of the lineup as Lindsay Leal waiting in the wings here. So 8-9-1 due up in this inning with the runner on first, and this one by Duran is going to be fouled off behind her for strike number 1. And the wind intensifying a little bit. A little harder than it was at the start of the game around 40 minutes ago. Count 0-1. And this one popped up and fouled off once again. Trevino was ready there, the catcher for Ray. Threw off the mask and everything. Just wasn't in the cards for her, but she was all set. So the count now 0-2 for Haley Duran. This pitch high, a little outside for ball number 1. Count 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes for Haley Duran, 9th batter in the rotation for the Carroll Lady Tigers. And the 1-2 pitch on the way from Rodell. A swing and a miss for strike number 3. And down goes Duran. 1 down here and 1 on.
Now, so play shortstop number 2, Lindsay Leal.
In the top of the 3rd inning. So turn it over back to the top of the lineup, and here comes Leal. Leal 1 for 1 with the leadoff single in the top of the 1st inning. And this pitch comes in outside for strike number 1. Here's the pitch, and Leal gets a piece of it, bunts it off, foul. And the count going to move to 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way. This one outside for strike 3. And back-to-back Ks for Rihanna Rodella. And here comes number 5, Ayla Mata. Mata 0 for 1. Put down a bunt to move a batter over in the top of the 1st, though. And drove in the winning run last night. Did Mata. Comes to the plate here, 2nd appearance, and here's the 1st pitch, and Mata gets a piece of it and fouls it off. And Mata gets a piece of that one and fouls it off once again over the crowd this time. And the count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here. And Mata puts this one in play over to Cran, who makes the throw, and the first baseman can glove it. And another runner gets on here. So runners now at 1st and 2nd after the error at 3rd. And here comes Vanessa Quiroga, and we're going to look at the replay here. And Cran just does a good job fielding it, making the throw. And first baseman just can't come up with it. And this pitch comes in a little high and swinging a miss there by Quiroga for strike number 1. Quiroga 0 for 1 with the fly out in the top of the 1st inning. And now it comes to the plate with 2 outs and runners on 1st and 2nd. And Quiroga smacks it right up the first base line, and runners are going to come in. 1 run comes in, and 2, and it's going to be a 2 RBI. And here comes Quiroga inside the park home run. And that's 3 runs scoring. And Quiroga smacks it right up that line. And here comes the cavalry. Quiroga coming in, sliding home, and that's 3 runs scored. And here comes Avalos. Down on 1, the count, swings, misses high here for strike number 2. So 3-0 Carroll here in the top of the third. Excuse me, marking it wrong here. There's a little flip-flop from yesterday, but Carroll leads 3-0 here over Ray. And this pitch comes in high for ball number 1. So the count 1-2 here for Avalos. And swing and a miss, and that's strike number 3. And that's going to end the inning. Rodella picks up another strikeout, the 3rd of the inning, but the damage done here on a inside the park home run from Vanessa Quiroga to score 3 runners. So 3 runs come in. 3 runs come in on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there was nobody left on base for the Lady Tigers in the top of the 3rd inning. Through 2.5. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Carroll puts up 3 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. Inside the park home run from Vanessa Quiroga to score Bri Herrera. And number 5, Ayla Mata. So it's now 3-0, bottom of the 3rd inning. Top of the lineup. Due up here for the Lady Texans in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Leah Cran to the plate. 0 for 1. And here's Cran. Just like the first time, the 4-3 ground out here to kick the inning off. And now 0 for 2 on that ground out. And here comes Kylie Rodriguez. Grounded out over to 3rd last time. Did Rodriguez. And Rodriguez pops this one up. And the second baseman comes over. Get that fly ball. 4 out, number 2. 2 down here. And here comes the pitcher, Rihanna Rodella. We got the better of the matchup last time. It was a lengthy at-bat here for Rodella. Back in the bottom of the 1st inning, and Rodella able to get a single off of it, sending it into deep left field. See what she does this time. If she gets a piece of it, fouls it off. Strike number 1. Count 0-1, no balls, 1 strike. And Rolella pops this one up, and the left fielder going to come up and get under it for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, quick inning here in the bottom of the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 4 Ray in the bottom of the 3rd. We're through 3 complete, headed to the top of the 4th. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live, and we'll be back.
Hi, I'm Rollo Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable. For condo and beach house rentals, call and visit the website today. Island Services.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top of the 4th inning. Due up to bat here is going to be Mendez, Trevino, and Allison Garcia. 5, 6, 7 due up here for the Carroll Lady Tigers. They put up 3 runs in the top of the 3rd inside the park home run from Vanessa Quiroga, and then go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 3rd as Quiroga retires the side. And here, top of the 4th inning, Caitlin Mendez is going to lead things off. Mendez 0 for 1 with a fly out. Her first time up. And here's the pitch, and Mendez sends this one back to the wall. And a stand-up double for Mendez to lead things off. Look at that one again, and that one had a chance, and that one just hits the wall around the 200-foot mark. So runner at second after the leadoff double. One coming to the plate now is going to be Jasmine Trevino. And Carroll looks to be waking up a little bit. Put up 3 runs here. 3 times as much as they put on yesterday. And swinging a miss here for Trevino. And the count 0-1 there after that swing and a miss from Trevino. The pitch coming in now, and Trevino puts it down. This one bunts foul. And the count moves to 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here. The 0-2 pitch on the way, and Trevino sends this one high, and Cran gets under it, and nice play, way to stay with it there on the infield for out number 1.
Number 15, pitcher Allison Garcia.
1 down, and coming to the plate now is going to be number 15, Allison Garcia. Garcia 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And this pitch comes in a little high on that outside for strike number 1. This pitch comes in. Here's a throw over to second. And the throw was positioned well, just ball unable to get gloved there, but good effort nonetheless. But count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch on the way, and this one back towards the wall once again. And it's going to be a stand-up double for Garcia, and a couple of doubles here for Carroll in the top of the 4th, and they are heating up. Coming to the plate is Herrera. And look at this one. Just Garcia gets all of that one and back in that same place in the wall around 200 feet. That's going to put runners now at second and third. With 1 out here, they're going to come out and they're going to talk to Rodella. Try to calm her down a little bit. And it's 2 runners on after a couple of doubles here. Put runners in scoring position now at second and third. And here comes Bree Herrera, who drew a walk the last time she was at the plate in her only appearance. And Herrera pops this one up and just over into the netting, and going to be 0-1 count. No balls, 1 strike here. And right up the middle, Herrera for an RBI double. That's 4-0. And Herrera just right up the middle with this one. Just smacks it just on the edge of the infield there and able to score a run. And the RBI double on the Texans wanting to talk about it as the score is now 4-0. With runners at second and third, and coming up is going to be Haley Duran with 1 out and 2 on. So 3 hits, all doubles here in the top of the 4th inning for Carroll. And coming to the plate now, Haley Duran, 0 for 1 on the day. Runners at second and third. One out, 2 on, and Duran fouls this one off. Count goes to 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Duran gets a piece of that one and fouls it off once again. The count moves to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 count, 1 out, and runners at second and third. And that's a 4-0 Carroll lead. And this pitch outside, and that's going to be called strike 3 on that outside edge. And 2 down. And coming to the plate, it's going to be at the top of the lineup. Here comes Lindsay Leal. And Leal, 1 for 2 on the day, has a single and a strikeout in 2 appearances. And here she comes to the plate with 2 out and 2 on. And Leal sends this one over to the shortstop, and here's a throw by Cran, and the play is made to end the inning. And a 6-3 ground out, so 1 more run comes in, 1 run on 3 hits. There was no errors, and there was 2 left on base for Carroll on the top of the 4th. Headed to the bottom of the 4th, coming to the plate is going to be Trevino, Cortez, Johnson. 4, 5, 6, how did the lineup do up for Ray? And keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 4th inning. Carroll puts up another run in the top of the 4th. And do appear Crystal Trevino for Ray. She's a walk on 1 appearance. Does Crystal Trevino as she leads off the bottom of the 4th here. And they're going to call this one foul as the count goes 0-1. The count 0-1 here for Trevino. The pitch on the way from Quiroga. And Trevino sends this one back, deep center field for the fly out for out number 1. 1 down. And coming to the plate now is going to be number 8, Sarah Cortez. Hit into a force out the last time. She grounded out to third. One down, nobody on, and here's the first pitch from Quiroga. This one high outside a little bit for ball number 1. I want to thank everybody for watching wherever you guys are. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And on the Roku network. Make sure to, if you're watching this and pass the word along and be able to watch it, it will come down as a request by these schools. But if you're watching now, pass the word along and so people know where to find it. As this pitch contact is made by Cortez as she fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. And I just want everybody to know that we are just in the first half of a doubleheader. Again, we're going to have Bishop and Mathis. Couple top 10 teams doing battle here. Bishop leads the series 1-0. As they came out with a victory yesterday. And a 7-1 win over Mathis. So game 2 here right after this one, around 8 p.m. they're estimating to start as this pitch comes in outside for ball number 2 to even up the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch on the way. And this one gonna fall in the center field gap for a base hit. And that's gonna be a hit for Cortez, and she's 1-2 now on the day. And here comes Samaya Johnson with the runner on first and 1 out. And Samaya Johnson over one with a strikeout. And here's the pitch coming up from Quiroga, and Johnson gets a piece of it and fouls it off deep and over the fence past the visiting dugout. And the count moves to 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here for Johnson. Here's the pitch, and Johnson fouls it off once again towards that same area, but this time into the net right before the dugout. So the count 0-2, no balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, and a runner at first. The 0-2 pitch coming in, way outside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes coming up. 1-2 pitch on the way, and Johnson sends it into left field, and that's going to be a single for her. So back-to-back hits for Ray. Put a couple of runners on, and the Texans waking up here a little bit. Trying to get a couple of these runs back as runners now at first and second with 1 down here. And coming to the plate now, it's going to be number 13, Kayleen Rodriguez. 2 on and 1 out. And this pitch high, and the runner's going to move over as it gets by the catcher. So runners now at second and third, and the Texans in business now with the count 1-0 here for Rodriguez. So the count now 1-0, and the runner's now at second and third. For Rodriguez at the plate. Here comes the pitch. This one comes in for strike number 1. And Rodriguez with the base hit, and that's going to be a couple of runs coming in, and 2 RBI single as Johnson and Cortez come in. To make it 4-2 as they cut the lead in half now. Now runner at first, and let's check out this hit here by Kayleen Rodriguez. Gets a piece of it and allow a couple of runners to come in now, and the Texans in business. So runner on first now. And it's now 4-2 lead for Carroll. And they come in and talk to Quiroga, try to settle her down now. It's 3 hits in a row for Ray. Have made this a much more interesting ball game now. And coming to the plate is going to be Crystal Trevino. Yeah, it's going to be Maddie Mendoza, I believe. First pitch comes in for strike number 1. So the count 0-1 here for Mendoza. The 0-1 pitch on the way from Quiroga, and Mendoza watches that one come in a little high, and there's a throw over to first, not in time, and the count moves over to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner on first. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way, and Mendoza sends it over to second, and she hits into the force out, and she'll be safe on a fielder's choice, but there Carroll gets the force now. So runner on and 2 out now, and here comes Destiny Aguilar. And Aguilar smacks it over to third. There's the throw for the 5-3 put out to end the inning. But Ray brings the heat and gets 2 runs back. 2 runs on 3 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 left on base. And we are through 4 complete innings, ladies and gentlemen. Ray cuts the lead in half. They trail 4-2 and headed to the top of the inning. And due up is going to be 2-3-4 Mata Quiroga Avalos for Carroll in the top of the 5th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're gonna find the opportunity to purchase the best high quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading out the top of the fifth and leading things off is Ayla Mata. She fouls this one off, and the count goes 0-2 for Mata. And this one going to be caught there by Cran, and it's going to be the first out of the inning. And one down. And up next is going to be the pitcher, number 1, Vanessa Quiroga. And this pitch comes in low outside. Strike number 1. And for those of you watching and looking, we have Porter and Carroll have some technical difficulties over there, but they should be up and going pretty soon. Started the stream. Sometimes the equipment can be a little bit unpredictable, but they've got it worked out and they should be going momentarily. So for those looking for that game and wondering what's going on, just be patient with us. We'll get the stream up as that game just going on. It's in the top of the first inning still, and we're going to try to get going with that one as Quiroga fouls this one off, and the count going to go to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Quiroga is going to foul this one off once again, and the count going to stay 1-2. And Quiroga sends this one up the middle, bouncing into center field for a single. And she's going to get on base here. So 1 on and 1 out. And coming to the plate is going to be Rayan Avalos. So Quiroga with the base hit and Rayan Avalos coming to the plate. Avalos, the last time she was up, struck out. she is over 2 with 2 strikeouts. Trying to see if she can flip her fortunes here. And here's the pitch, and Avalos gets a piece of that one and sends it foul, heading towards the home dugout. So the count 0-1, no balls, 1 strike. For Avalos, and the pitch on the way from Rodella. This one comes in a little high and a little outside, called ball 1. Even up the count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out and a runner on first. And Avalos pops this one up high. And Trevino throws off the mask. And it falls there in the infield. And that's going to be called off, I believe. Oh, no, it's going to be Avalos safe at first. So they're going to call it back. So it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Avalos. After the discussion there, count moves to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch on the way from Rodella. And Avalos sends it deep and foul. Over to the left, and the count going to stay 1-2. So the count 1-2, 1 balls, 2 strikes. And this one, back, and it's out of here. And that's a 2-run shot. Over the center field wall. And it is 6-2. And we'll show the hit. And there it goes right over. And it is now 6-2. And coming to the plate is going to be Caitlin Mendez. So 1 out here, and the count is 2-0, 2 balls, no strikes. And this one sent right up the third base line before going foul for Mendez, and the count 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. And Carroll getting those 2 runs back from the bottom of the 4th inning that Ray put up, and this one on a 2-run homer by Rayan Avalos. And a 2-1 pitch comes in, called ball 3. And the count moves 3-1, 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch in, called strike number 2. And the count moves full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. For number 9, Caitlin Mendez. And Mendez, last time she was up, hit a double to lead off the top of the 4th inning. Here's a 3-2 pitch on the way, and that's going to be a walk, and that's going to put a runner at first. So 1 on. My apologies there. Forgot to clear the bases, but now we got a runner on. So scoreboard to your bottom right is correct. So 1 out, 1 on. And coming to the plate is going to be number 7, Jasmine Trevino. And Trevino pops this one up, and it's going to drop in the outfield. For a single. And runners now at first and second. So 2 on and 1 out now. And let's look at that replay. This one just popped up into left center field, and here comes Allison Garcia now. 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 runs already coming in. And here's the pitch. And this one could go, and it does. Another shot, this one of the 3-run variety. And a 3-run homer makes it 9-2. And let's look at this pitch, and just gets all of it. Does Allison Garcia, and brings in 3 more runs. And it is a 9-2 Carroll lead, and clear the bases. 1 out here still in the top of the 5th inning. So 2 home runs in the last 4 batters. Rayan Avalos 2-run homer to left center, and number 15 Allison Garcia 3-run shot to left center. And 5 runs come in here in the top of the 5th, and it's a 7-run lead now. And coming to the plate is going to be number 13 Riadera. So here's the pitch from Rodela to Herrera. Comes in for ball number 1. And yesterday, Carroll put up just 1 run as hits were at a premium. And today, they come out and they put up 9 runs in 3 innings. Actually, 2 1/3 so far. This pitch comes in low and inside for ball number 2. And now have firm control of this one and can breathe a little better as now they've provided the run support. And this pitch comes in for strike number 1. Nine runs on 9 hits, and there's and assisted by an error for the Carroll Lady Tigers so far here tonight. And 2-1 pitch coming up. High, a little outside for ball number 3. And this pitch down the middle for strike number 2. And the count goes full here for Bri Herrera. And 3-2 pitch on the way, and Herrera blasts one over. And this one a solo shot. Three home runs for Carroll in this inning. And that one a solo shot. 2-run shot, a 3-run shot, and a solo home run to make it 10-2. And that's going to do it here for Rodela. As Rodela allows 10 runs on 10 hits. And due up now is going to be Leia Cran, the sophomore, going to come in to the circle. Down 8 runs, and while she takes a couple of warm-up pitches, we're going to take a break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Bites in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? Add a piece of cake by Ibarra's, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is a piece of cake by Ibarra's in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. On this top of the 5th inning, 5 runs have been given up by Rodela, but she's given up 3 home runs here. A solo, a 3-run homer, and a 2-run shot. And it's now 10-2 as Carroll has put up 6 innings here in the top of the 5th to stretch the lead to 8. So here comes Leia Cran. Try to do some damage control and get out of this inning. And coming to the plate is going to be number 11, Haley Duran. And there's still 1 out. Just 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Here's the first pitch in from Cran. This one going to be fouled off for strike number 1. And this one just getting out of hand. They have 10 hits to the Carroll Lady Tigers, and 5 of them in this inning. 3 of them home runs. 3 home runs into 10 hits, 1 an inside the park home run, and a couple of doubles sprinkled in there. Count 1-1. Swing and a miss there for Dudon for strike number 2. So the count 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this pitch outside for ball number 2. Count 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes for Dudon. And swing, miss for strike 3, and there was the drop there, but Dudon not going to beat out the throw. And that's going to be strike number 2. 2 down here. Out number 2, excuse me. And to the top of the lineup, and here comes Lindsay Leal. And Leal 1 for 3 with the single here today. And Leal puts down the bunt and beats out the throw, and there's the hit, and she's going to reach second on the error. So the base hit and the error credited there, and the error over at first, excuse me, and coming to the plate is going to be Ayla Mata. Runner at second, and Mata's going to foul this one off. And the count 0-1, no balls, 1 strike for Ayla Mata. And Mata gets a piece of that one, sends it out pretty deep up the third base line. That one going to go foul, and 0-2 the count now. And the 0-2 pitch on the way. This one comes in high outside for ball number 1. Six hits in this inning, 3 home runs given up, and 6 runs driven in by Carroll. The 1-2 pitch on the way, and swinging a miss, and that one dropped, and Mata's going to get on base on the drop strike, and she's going to come over to second. And runners at first and second now. At second and third. So here comes Quiroga now. So the drop third strike allows Mata to get on. And now runners at second and third. And here comes Quiroga to the plate. Quiroga with a single. She is 2 for 3 so far, with an inside the park home run and a single and 3 RBI. And the count 2-0 here. And this one low inside for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Here's a 3-0 pitch, and this one comes in low for a walk, and the bases now loaded. Coming to the plate now is going to be Avalos.
Number 10,
1 for 3 with a 2-run homer is Avalos. Bases loaded. 2 outs here. And this pitch comes in a little outside for strike number 1. And the count 0-1, bases loaded, 2 out here. Top of the 5th inning. And this pitch comes in low for ball number 1. Count 1-1, and Avalos gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the count 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way, and this one high for ball 2. Count 2-2. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the runners on bases loaded. And this one low outside for ball 3. And the count full here with Avalos. And this one fouled off. Into the overhead right above us. And the count going to stay full at 3-2. So a 3-2 pitch on the way for Cran. And this one goes up, 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 and it is out of here. Grand slam, back-to-back jacks for Rayan Avalos. This one a grand slam. And that one, deep, deep, deep. In that left center field area where The other 3 home runs have gone over this inning, and is now 14-2, and Carroll just laid it on now. And coming to the plate now. It's Caitlin Mendes. Miss Avalos is get all of that one. And this one going to be a fly out to end the inning. So 10 runs come in. On 7 hits, there was 1 error, and there was nobody left on base. In the top of the 5th for Carroll, 3 outs away from ending the series are the Carroll Tigers. See if they can pick them up here as they lead 14-2, headed to the bottom of the 5th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Miss Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
America has.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leah Cran to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 10 runs put up by Carroll in the top of the 5th, highlighted by a pair of home runs. Actually by 4 home runs, and 2 coming from Rayanne Avalos, a 2-run homer for her, and then a grand slam to push the lead to 12. And should we be done here in 5, it looks like Rayanne Avalos is going to be our player of the game. And Cran at the plate, count 0 for 1, and Cran sends this one to center field, and the catch is made there, and the fly out. And that's 1 down. Here comes Kylie Rodriguez, and let's take another look at that. Nice play there by the center fielder to come over and make that catch. So 1 down here, and Kylie Rodriguez to the plate. This pitch coming in high and outside. If Ray wants to send this to a 6th inning, they're going to need at least 3 runs here in this bottom of the 5th. They put up 2 in the last inning, but they need 3 here to keep it inside a 10-run game. And this pitch comes in inside for ball 2. And this pitch down the middle, called strike number 1. 2 balls, 1 strike here for Kylie Rodriguez. And swing, missed there by Rodriguez to even up the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this one a grounder over to the shortstop, and the throw is made there for the 6-3 putout. That was Leal making the play there for out number 2. And here comes the Rodela. 2 down, nobody on here. And the Ray Texans right now down to their last out. And Rodela fouls this one off. And the count moves to 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. No balls, 1 strike here for Rihanna Rodela. Nobody on, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. This pitch comes in high outside for ball number 1. And Rodela puts this one up, and over. A solo shot by Rodela to have a little bit of a say here. And the Ray Texans still swinging. And the solo shot here by Rodela. Makes it 14-3. And here comes number 11, Crystal Trevino now. This pitch comes in high outside for ball number 1. One ball, no strikes. And it's pitch high outside for ball number 2. Count 2-0 here for Crystal Trevino. I want to remind everybody, right after this one, we're going to have Mathis Bishop. Game number 2 of that series. 7-1 winners. 7-1 game 1 winners, Bishop. And last night, as this first pitch comes in, for strike number 1, 2-1. The count. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for Trevino for strike number 2. And the count even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th. 2-2 pitch on the way. This one outside. And the count full. And the 3-2 pitch coming here from Quiroga. Here's the windup on the way. Swing and a miss, and down goes Davino. And that's game, and that's the series. And the Cinderella story of the Ray Texans comes to an end as they fall here 2-0. 1-0, 14-3. The scores from the two games. The Carroll Lady Tigers moving on to the regional semifinals. And they've yet to feel defeat here in these 2021 playoffs. Rayan Avalos, our player of the game. A couple of home runs for her, 2-run shot and a grand slam at the top of the fifth to help key that big 10-run inning in which we saw 4 home runs. So I just want to thank everybody for watching. We're going to set up for the next game. A couple of Class 3A top 10 softball teams going at it. Mathis, Bishop. Bishop leads that series 1-0. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this with game number 2 of this